Hello, friends. I'm Roberta Gassman, Chair of the Madison Community Foundation Board of Governors. On behalf of all of us at the Community Foundation, our board, our talented CEO and President, Bob Sorge, our whole staff team, I welcome you to this video and I thank you for being a part of our Legacy Society. We have so much gratitude for you, your commitment to leaving a legacy with a planned gift and giving back to the causes you care about. We value you, your generosity, and your confidence in the Foundation's commitment to steward your legacy. And we thank you for taking a few minutes here to tune in. We are so sorry that we're not able to meet together in person this year. You have no idea how much we were looking forward to gathering with you in Overture Center, to breaking bread together, to honoring you and catching up. My husband Lester Pines and I are proud to be Legacy Society members with you. We are so thankful that Madison has been such a wonderful place to live, to work, to raise a family. We feel we have a responsibility to give back to the community that's meant so much to us. And we know that it's when we all come together that we can have the greatest impact. When last year's luncheon had to be canceled, the Foundation decided to recognize each of you by planting a tree in your honor. Recently, our staff put on gloves and work clothes and went to work. With the Dane County Parks Department, the Dane County Parks Foundation, and with logistical help from our fellow Legacy Society members, Judy Pfeiffer, and our conservation giant, Bill Lunny, staff helped plant dozens of trees at the William G. Lunny Lake Farm County Park. This was a part of our larger project to plant 271 trees across Dane County's parks, one for each Legacy Society commitment. Thank you again for your generosity, which inspired this effort. And now I'd like to turn things over to Jen Hannon of Godfrey & Kahn. Jen is the managing partner of the law firm's Madison office. She's also the Community Foundation's legal counsel. Godfrey & Kahn had agreed to sponsor our Legacy Luncheon, and they continued that support when the luncheon had to be canceled. This enabled us to honor you in a new way. And so Jen is now going to tell you about that. Our most sincere thanks to Jen and Godfrey & Kahn.
Thank you, Roberta. Godfrey & Kahn is honored to sponsor the Madison Community Foundation's Legacy Society virtual program this year. At the time of its founding over 60 years ago, Godfrey & Kahn concentrated in the areas of estate, business, and tax planning, and grew into a full-service law firm with multiple locations across Wisconsin and in Washington, D.C. Our firm was founded on the simple idea of judging our success by the success of our clients. We've had the pleasure of partnering with MCF on behalf of our clients over the years, and we've enjoyed our partnership for many reasons, including their knowledge, sophistication, and flexibility as it relates to the acceptance of gifts, their fiscal responsibility, their grant-making assistance, and most importantly, their extensive knowledge of our robust nonprofit community. MCF always puts their donors' giving priorities first, and they genuinely take great pride in educating our community on the importance of philanthropy. Like many of you, we were disappointed we could not be physically present to celebrate the Legacy Society this year. But then we became aware of MCF's matching grant opportunity for the benefit of the Madison Reading Project. We know books in the home are the single biggest indicator of academic success. Since 2014, the Madison Reading Project has had provided nearly 250,000 books to over 120,000 children in our community. This inspired us to allocate our sponsorship funds to meet MCF's match, allowing us together to gift $10,000 to the Madison Reading Project in honor of MCF's Legacy Society. Thank you for inspiring this gift, And thank you to Rowan Childs, who leads this important work in our community.
Hi, welcome to the Madison Reading Project Book Center. I'm Rowan Childs, founder and director. All of us on our team would like to take a moment and send a heartfelt thank you to all of you, the Madison Community Foundation, and to Godfrey and Kahn for your gift. We'd also like to take time to thank the Legacy Society for inspiring the gift to Madison Reading Project. With your support of our mission over the years, we've been able to provide over 200,000 books to children in our area. We work with different community organizations such as Vericourt, Reach Dane, individual schools and social workers to provide quality books for children's bookshelves that reflect the literature and the diversity of our community. Our 4 main programs serve the community in many different ways. We provide books for educators every fall to provide them with new books for their classroom and also books that reflect the diversity of their classrooms and schools. We are also launching a brand new effort, the MRP Book Club, that will provide 10 free books for children 0 through 6 every year. We additionally stock and build little free libraries throughout the community. If you would like books for your little free library, please reach out to us. Finally, we also provide programming and books at a variety of public events with our Big Red Reading Bus. We welcome you to visit our community and our book center anytime. We would love to show you around. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Jen, and Godfrey and Kahn for matching the Madison Community Foundation's support for the Madison Reading Project in honor of our Legacy Society. And thank you, Rowan Childs, for the vital work that you and your team do to benefit the youngest members of our community. I am Christine Rudbarden, Vice Chair of the Board of Governors of the Madison Community Foundation and a longtime supporter of MCF. I'm also a shareholder in the Trust and Estates Department of the Reinhardt Law Firm here in Madison, Wisconsin, and lead of Reinhardt's Family Office Group. But most importantly, my husband Chris and I join you as members of MCF's Legacy Society. We know, personally and professionally, how important it is to give to the causes meaningful to us and to plan so that the resources we give to those causes have the impact we intend. Our own legacy will support the highest priorities of the Madison Community Foundation at that time. These past 2 years have demonstrated to Chris and I just how important it is to have a pool of resources available to MCF leadership to react to unforeseen circumstances that threaten our community. Who would have predicted a global pandemic? Who would have predicted the way in which that pandemic jeopardized the very existence of our community members and our partner nonprofits? Thanks in large part to Legacy Society members who didn't see this pandemic, MCF was able to pivot and to deploy focused resources to provide infrastructure needed by our local food banks to continue serving our community through those long winter months, to provide legal support and counsel to our community nonprofits to help them apply for and to secure PPP benefits, to provide specialized friendly support throughout all neighborhoods of Madison to help our citizens respond to the recent federal census, to ensure adequate federal funding for Madison in the decade to come. Each of you has a unique experience that informs and inspires your personal giving. Together, we share the value of generosity and the desire to make our community stronger for all, to love our neighbors, no exceptions. MCF's Community Impact Fund is a direct result of this value. It was established and grown through many legacy gifts, large and small. Since its inception in 1992, the Community Impact Fund has distributed nearly $40 million in annual grants throughout Dane County. It makes a difference every single day and will continue to do so for generations to come. Each of you is making this same kind of permanent impact through your legacy gift. We recently had an opportunity to visit with one local nonprofit making a difference for seniors through legacy giving.
I'm Ann Albert, and I'm so pleased to be invited to speak about Age Better and our flagship program, SAIL, Sharing Active, Independent Lives, and how legacy giving has impacted our organization and the lives of hundreds, if not thousands, of older adults living in Dane County. I'm the executive director of SAIL's parent organization, Age Better, a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose members are Attic Angel Association and Oakwood Village. We have two other programs, Age Better Connect, currently a pilot program offering one-to-one assistance to independent living residents at Oakwood and Attic Angel who are at risk for isolation and decline. We're also working towards the creation of a 100-unit affordable senior housing facility that would integrate the SAIL program. As I mentioned, SAIL stands for Sharing Active, Independent Lives, and that's exactly what we do. SAIL is unique. We're a membership organization of 500 older adults living in and around Madison, ranging in age from 58 to 100. Members band together, help one another, draw from SAIL services, and they enjoy weekly programs and events. The services and programs are either inspired by or created by members. This membership model was truly a paradigm shift in senior services back in 2005. We would not be here today if we had not had the financial support from legacy gifts made to the William E. and Edna B. Walker Fund held at the Madison Community Foundation that helped us start SAIL. Last year, the Walker Fund also made it possible for us to complete a diversity and inclusion assessment as well as additional outreach activities. We've learned through the years that the ability to continually evolve an organization to meet the changing needs of a rapidly growing senior population requires financial resources beyond a membership dues and annual giving. Thankfully, back in 2013, a kind, generous, caring person, Cliff Vagley, became a part of SAIL. Cliff had just moved to Oakwood Village, where the SAIL office is located. A SAIL employee and friend of Cliff's, Charlene, invited him to visit the SAIL office. He enthusiastically accepted and soon became a data entry volunteer. Volunteering in the office each week gave Cliff firsthand knowledge of the many ways SAIL was impacting the lives of local seniors and their families. He heard the calls go out to members who hadn't checked in on a given day, conversations matching riders with volunteer drivers, or the arranging of a handyman to visit a member's home to change a furnace filter and repair a leaky sink faucet. The enthusiasm of a group leader brainstorming with staff and meeting new friends and more. Within a year, Cliff asked us how he could help SAIL. He wanted to make sure SAIL would grow into the future. We immediately connected Cliff to the staff at Madison Community Foundation. Cliff was impressed by the options presented to him and decided to take out a charitable gift annuity. This was the beginning of SAIL's endowment fund and the creation of our Legacy Society. Sadly, Cliff passed away last November. His resulting legacy gift has helped us grow our endowment fund, and we are confident it will continue to grow. In fact, there are now 16 others following Cliff's lead and who have decided to support SAIL through their estate. With the COVID pandemic and a decreasing workforce, along with growing needs of seniors in our community, it makes it especially important to keep organizations like ours up and running and thriving as well.
Thank you for sharing SAIL's story, Ann, and how legacy giving impacts your important work for seniors in our community. My name is David Koehler, and I serve as Vice President of Donor Engagement for Madison Community Foundation. My wife Elizabeth and I are proud to join you as members of the Legacy Society. Our gift is unrestricted and will support highest priorities of our community as they evolve into the future. We're a small team at MCF, and it is an honor for us to serve you as you plan and direct your philanthropy to important causes today and tomorrow. And I know I speak for us all when I say it's truly humbling to play a role in your legacy giving. Legacy gifts are personal expressions of our values. They support the things we cherish. They make a difference for the world that gives us so much and for those who follow us. Each year we honor and acknowledge those people who shared our values and hope for the future and whose legacy gifts have been received. You just heard about Cliff Vagley, whose charitable gift inspired SAIL to establish an endowment fund, and whose gift helps grow that fund, connecting seniors with each other and providing support so they remain active, engaged, safe, and independent. Marjorie and David Bartlett, whose giving priorities included Oakwood Foundation, supporting members of the Oakwood community, and Altrusa, a women's service organization supporting literacy, education, and families. Marjorie and David's legacy of giving continues today through their family and the Bartlett Family Fund. And Matilda Ripley, who carried her passion for justice to age 100, supporting local organizations and national organizations, including the YWCA and the Southern Poverty Law Center. Tilly's legacy of support for others continues today through the Matilda Ripley Loving Trust Fund, advised by her daughter, Susan. And Joseph and Jamie Stewart, who were passionate about the arts and helping children in Madison, and whose gift helps grow MCF's Community Impact Fund, offering support for these causes and more in perpetuity. We're thankful to these individuals for their generosity and trust, and honored to steward their legacies of giving.
Thank you, David. We're certainly grateful to these donors for their trust in Madison Community Foundation. Hello, everyone. My name is Bob Sorge. I'm President and CEO of MCF. I want to thank you for being members of our Legacy Society and watching our program today. Please know how much we value and appreciate your generosity. My wife Lisa and I join you as members because we want to give back to the community where we raised our sons, and frankly, we enjoy being around people who share our values. That's all of you, and we thank you for your inspiration. I'd also like to thank our guest speakers for sharing their insights today, our staff for their energy and commitment to serving all of you, and our sponsor Godfrey & Kahn for recognizing each of you by matching our gift to the Madison Reading Project. We're going to conclude today's program by sharing the story of two fellow Legacy Society members, Chuck Bauer and Chuck Beckwith, affectionately known by many simply as the Chucks. Enjoy.
I've been painting all my life since undergraduate school and still painting. More than ever now that I'm retired.
My training was in art history. I started doing mosaic working and things like that. My strokes impacted my ability.
It really started with reading about herbalism, and that all connected with founding the business for body care things and the part that plants played. It was just a seed ready to sprout. But it dawned on me, on both of us that, all day long we're waiting on the public, and the public is giving us, their attention and buying things, and it's community, and it seems axiomatic to give something back. How could you not? So we seldom refused anyone. And the groups grew, and the number of groups grew, and we did too. Well, the Donor Advised Fund is just such a handy aid because it's managed by others, it's distributed by others, and so it takes some of the desk work off my plate, which I really appreciate. This is not a one-time thing, it's ongoing. And it's nice to know that that happens. I like set it and forget it for all kinds of things. We see our legacy going forward as bringing the influence of the arts to bear to make a better life for everyone. And that's kind of married to seeing an increasing awareness of the environment secured?
I think it's the beauty of it is to just keep giving.
One person can make a difference.